There are endings that fade quietly, and others that linger, whispering long after the final frame. Love's ambition belongs to the latter. Its finale doesn't hurry to say goodbye. Instead, it allows emotions to settle slowly, like dust after a storm. Every glance between Xu Yan and Shen Haoming feels heavier now, not with resentment, but with memories of what they've lost and found again. This drama was never just about love. It was about healing, about two people learning to grow, to forgive, and to face the parts of themselves they once avoided. Beneath the glamorous city lights, love's ambition speaks of the quiet pain hidden behind success and the courage it takes to begin again. As the last scene fades into gold, we're left with a strange calm, the kind that comes after tears. It reminds us that love doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful. Sometimes, its most dazzling form isn't passion or desire, but peace, the kind born from understanding and the bravery to let go. Every great love story reaches a moment when silence speaks louder than words. And in love's ambition, that moment comes when Shen Haoming opens a worn, faded photo album. Inside are traces of time, a young Xu Yan smiling beneath the sun, moments of her childhood frozen in innocence. But what stops him cold are the photos of himself, taken secretly, cherished quietly. That album, tucked away for 20 years, becomes her unspoken confession. Haoming realizes then how much love he had ignored. For years, pride was his armor, and misunderstanding his shadow. The discovery shatters that shell completely. What follows is one of the most unforgettable acts of redemption ever seen in a modern drama. Shen Haoming, a man of wealth and stature, arrives at Xu Yan's doorstep, carrying 100 kilograms of rice on his back, a gesture of humility, a symbolic apology for every ounce of burden he once placed upon her heart. Crowds gather, cameras flash, but he doesn't care. His voice trembles as he says, "For every grain I carry today, may it weigh less on your heart tomorrow." It's not grand gestures or poetic words that move Xu Yan. It's sincerity, raw and trembling. As the sun sets, she steps forward. No music, no applause, only the sound of two hearts finally aligning after years of distance. Their embrace lasts through the golden light, long and wordless, like forgiveness itself. In that moment, love's ambition transforms from a story of rivalry into a hymn of healing, proving that true love isn't about conquering, but about understanding the courage it takes to kneel, to admit, and to love again. Just when peace seems within reach, love's ambition delivers its most devastating revelation. The truth that had been buried under years of deception finally surfaces. Shen Haochen, the boy everyone believed to be Shen Haoming's legitimate son, is not his by blood. He is the child of an affair between Fang Yu and a Chinese-American artist, a secret meant to be hidden forever. The moment the truth is revealed, the atmosphere turns still. Gasps, silence, disbelief. Emotions ripple like waves. For a man like Shen Haoming, whose life was built upon family legacy and reputation, this truth could have been destruction. But what he does next changes everything. In front of the press, in front of society's judgmental eyes, he takes the identity documents, cold, legal, and cruel, and tears them apart. The sound of paper breaking becomes a declaration that love means more than blood. "Chen is my son forever," he says firmly, his voice steady but trembling with emotion. Then, from beside him, Xu Yan steps forward. She doesn't cry, she doesn't falter. Her words are soft but resolute. "And I am his mother." That single sentence rewrites the essence of family. No longer bound by lineage, but by choice. By the act of loving someone enough to stay, even when truth hurts. In that moment, love's ambition transcends every cliché of television melodrama. It becomes a mirror reflecting a deeper truth, that family isn't about shared blood, but about shared hearts. The audience weeps, Not because the story is sad, but because it feels human. Haoming's embrace of Haochin isn't grand or cinematic. It's simple, quiet, but profoundly moving. It's the kind of love that no scandal can destroy. Unconditional, chosen, eternal. And as the camera lingers on that fragile, beautiful reunion, we realize the greatest ambition of love isn't possession, it's acceptance. While Xu Yan and Shen Haoming find peace, love's ambition doesn't forget those who walked beside them or against them. Each supporting character receives a destiny shaped by their choices, closing the circle of cause and consequence. Fang Lei, once consumed by jealousy and revenge, faces the collapse she built for others. Betrayed by her own allies, she ends up exiled abroad, rich in regret, poor in everything else. Her downfall isn't loud, it's quiet, almost poetic, as if fate itself had finally grown tired of her bitterness. Lin Dao, the opportunist who mistook greed for ambition, loses everything after his deception is exposed. His final scene, standing in an empty office with lights flickering, mirrors the emptiness of a man who traded loyalty for power. But not all endings are tragic. Qiao Lin and Yu Yiming, whose gentle love once seemed fragile, finally hold their wedding. A small ceremony, simple yet sincere. Their union is like a whisper of hope amid all the chaos. Xu Yan also finds reconciliation with her estranged parents. She brings her aging grandmother to Beijing, completing the circle of healing. Even Yu Lan, the stern mother-in-law who once stood as an obstacle, softens into kindness. Through these threads, love's ambition reminds us, life rarely grants perfect endings, but it offers understanding. And sometimes, that's more than enough. Beneath its glossy surface, love's ambition is not just a romantic drama. It's a meditation on equality, courage, and self-worth. The love between Xu Yan and Shen Haoming evolves from dependency to balance, from possession to partnership. They begin as two people hiding behind pride, yet end as equals who dare to stand side by side, not one behind the other. Xu Yan's transformation lies at the heart of this message. Once a sheltered woman defined by others, she rises to become a self-made entrepreneur, leading her brand Yan Yifang into success. Her growth mirrors the modern woman's journey, to love but not lose herself, to care but never surrender her independence. Meanwhile, Shen Haoming's redemption arc redefines masculinity. He learns that strength isn't control, but vulnerability. The ability to say sorry, to kneel, to protect without overshadowing. Together, they embody a love that doesn't demand sacrifice, but mutual respect. What makes love's ambition linger in the audience's heart is this quiet truth. Love doesn't thrive in inequality. It blooms only when both hearts are free, when affection is not a chain, but a choice. As the final frame of love's ambition fades into light, what remains isn't the grandeur of its story, but the quiet warmth it leaves behind. The series doesn't promise eternal happiness. It offers something far rarer, peace earned through truth. Chu Yan's voice in the closing narration lingers like a soft echo. Only through honesty and independence can we find the light that truly dazzles. It's not a line meant to impress. It's a reflection of everything the characters, and perhaps we, the viewers, have learned. That love without honesty is fragile, and strength without tenderness is hollow. Through its flawed but heartfelt storytelling, love's ambition reminds us that the beauty of life lies not in perfection, but in reconciliation, in choosing to forgive, to begin again, to keep loving even when love feels impossible. The ending doesn't shout, it breathes. The silence between Xu Yan and Shen Haoming speaks louder than any dialogue. The silence of two souls finally at rest. And when the screen fades to white, we're left not with tears, but with a gentle glow, the kind that follows understanding. Because the truest ambition of love is not to conquer, but to heal.